Let's move on to the 7-2 Dallas Cowboys taking on the 6-5 Kansas City Chiefs. Both teams are coming off of dynamite blowout wins against their respective opponents in Week 10. The Chiefs themselves looks like they're rounding back into shape and looking like they're going to be an AFC juggernaut. So with that being said, Burge, I'm going to start with you. Who do you got winning between this Cowboys and Chiefs game?
Yeah, it's definitely scary to see the Chiefs rounding in the form like we just talked about. Both had get-right games this week. Dallas stomped Atlanta like we talked about. I have the Cowboys, winning this game, even getting the 2.5 points. I have them winning outright. I want to say, until Kansas City's defense stops a real formidable offensive attack, I have no faith in their defense. They're going to be facing probably one of the best offenses that they've played all year, with the Cowboys, and I like them to come out here and win. But if the Chiefs end up winning, look out, because that conversation is going to be going up through the roof too. Give me the Cowboys getting the 2.5, and Parker agrees.
Who did Parker pick for the first game?
He picked the Pats.
Okay, cool. All right. Go ahead.
Clean sweep across the board. This one's hard to pick because they're both prolific offenses. We saw in front of our eyes on Sunday night, like the epitome of the Undertaker gift popping out of the casket with the Kansas City Chiefs. I was personally pissed that the Raiders didn't show up. Thank you, Deshaun Jackson, for putting that nail in the coffin.
Wow, what a bad play
on Sunday night. But this is what Deshaun Jackson does. So you can go back through his entire career, and he's had at least one bonehead play per season with something like this. But, I mean, I do like Dallas in this game. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game just because both defenses, the Chiefs, they really haven't shown enough to really stop a prolific offense. But Burge, like we talked about this on episode 100, the trade deadline episode, getting Melvin Ingram on that defensive line, I think, is going to solidify things. Chris Jones gets to move inside, more natural position. He did put pressure on Derek Carr last week, and I think that's going to be the blueprint moving forward, is to just generate pressure on the defensive line, which obviously is the blueprint for every defense. But when you have a guy that's been playing out of position for so long, now you get to kick him back inside. That's going to be a huge boost on that defense. Dallas defense, we all love Trayvon Diggs and everything he does, but he is a gambling cornerback. He will try to jump every route possible, and if you roll the dice too many times against Kansas City, they're going to make you pay. And, I think the too high safety shell coverage, I think that's going to start coming to an end because we did see Pat Mahomes try to start taking things underneath. He did leave a couple of wide open looks on the table against the Raiders. But I do like this. I lean towards Dallas. Right now the spread's at 2.5. I think it's going to get to 3. If it gets to 3, I'm going to hammer Dallas if I'm betting this game. But give me Dallas to win outright, and I do think they cover. It's going to be a rough environment. It's going to be on the road in Arrowhead. That place is going to be rocking. It's probably going to be cold out there now that we're getting into November. But we'll see how it goes. But I do have Dallas winning this game.
Yeah, Puma, I got Chiefs win this game, and mostly because of what you said there, because as you watch that Raiders game, you saw Pat Mahomes kind of take the check down. Seems like he was learning on the fly. And then eventually the Raiders started to bring a safety down to stop that underneath game, and that's where Pat Mahomes started going deep downfield and get those big plays. As you see, the game went on. The second half, they scored 10 and 14 points, and it seemed to get stronger as the game went on. And I think that's a big time, learning, growing moment for Pat Mahomes, where he'll essentially figure out that you don't got to go take that 60-yard bomb every single play. Eventually, if you nickel and dime him and, do the whole check down Charlie thing for most of the game, you're going to force the defense to come down, bring a safety down, and then everything opens up behind that. So I've got the Chiefs winning. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be a great game, actually, to watch this one. Probably the most anticipated game for me of that Week 11 slate. I think the Cowboys, are for real. When's the last time we've said that? We thought it was all going to come off the rails against the Broncos, which is kind of did, and we wanted to see how they would bounce back. They came out firing. It was basically over by halftime. They scored 29 points in the second quarter alone. So the Cowboys are legit, and the Chiefs are legit. Looks like they're running back in the form, but giving the Chiefs on this night because I think Pat Mahomes is progressing as a passer.